Welcome to the Morning Wood. I'm your host, John Heiss. I'm joined, as always, by my friend, the great Matt Modi. What's up, Matt? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Slop. I am just begging to get donged. It's been a couple days. You start getting a little itchy, a little shaky if you're not getting donged recently. That's kind of what we're going through, but we'll figure it out.
Dude, it's the dinger game. I mean, it's probably the hardest market mentally because it's so like feast or famine. It's not even funny. It's not for everybody. I mean, I'm telling you, I know guys that can't do it. They just can't.
Yeah, and the people that had that like hot start, we're starting to see them slowly trickle away from home runs. Because like when you have a weekend and getting into Monday where the home runs are down across the board, nobody's hitting anything, those people are going to get away from the dinger game. And it took a while, but we're starting to see that happen.
You can't get away though.
I mean, I'm not saying we are.
Oh, no. I know you're not. I'm not going anywhere. You can't. Like, that's the thing. Think of it like this. You just gave away all your cash and now you're out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. And then when you start to think about it, let's say you hit a three-legger today. I have a very bad example of a three-legger because if mine hits, it's like $28K. But normally they're in the, 3,000 range, right? So that's like, 30 units? So let's say you're down like 3.5 units betting dingers so far this season when everything's added up. You hit a three-legger. You're up 27.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like overnight. Like you went from down to like way up. And that's the thing that like a lot of people, they just can't do it, man. Their brains don't wrap around. But I mean, you're only betting quarter units a lot of times. So I mean, that's what we're doing. So you bet a quarter unit, dude, you lose 4 in a row, you're down a unit. You lose 8 in a row, you're down 2 units. Like that's not down much. That's you're right there. You know what I mean? So you just gotta stay with it, man. So if you're struggling right now and you just can't wrap your head around all this, stay with it. You're fine. It takes one swing of the bat and you're back. Matt, go first.
Yeah, the swing of the bat, I think, is going to start with this guy. I'm only going with one guy that I went with yesterday, but Jordan Beck, I mean, that guy is smoking the baseball. I'm going to go with him, plus 525 at bet 365. So, yes, he didn't come through with the home run yesterday. It wasn't his fault. He tried his hardest. He had 3 hard hits. He had 2 doubles. 2 of them were 105 miles per hour off the bat or faster. The guy is just on a ridiculous run. He leads the MLB in barrels over the last 7 days. He leads the MLB in piss missiles over the last 7 days. He's tied for third in total of hard hit line drive plus fly balls. And even yesterday, he didn't come through. He had 3 hard hits. The 2 games prior to that where he didn't hit a home run, he had like a 380-foot fly out, one of them. And the other one was 100 miles an hour off the bat, just didn't have the launch angle. Like, this guy's still smashing baseballs. He's going up against AJ Smith-Shawver. Like, the books won't confirm it, but that's the sources are saying. That guy's a dinger guy. The haters are going to tell you that Jordan Beck's better against left-handed pitching. That's true if you look at his entire career, but if you look at the recent run he's been on, he's mashing righties as well as lefties. And the pitcher's mashable again, AJ Smith-Shawver. So, yeah, Jordan Beck, the guy just hitting the crap out of the baseball. I think he's going to come through with the home run, plus 525, bet 365.
Nice. I have a 50%, a $50 no sweat in my FanDuel account. They just gave it to me. I think it's because I'm doing so many dinger parlays that they, start throwing stuff. So thank you, FanDuel. I like your style. But I'm going to put Beck is going to be in that like parlay. I'm still deciding whether it's going to be a 1-leg or 2-leg.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, a 1-leg, a 2-leg or 3-leg. But the 2 legs are going to be Beck and Alonso, which I'm not going to give on the show. So that's a freebie right there. That's what they call that in the streets. I'm going to go with a guy called Manny Machado. He is plus 800.
Wow.
On FanDuel right now. And if you're wondering why, I know why. It's Logan Webb's on the mound. Logan Webb really doesn't give up home runs. Like, he gave up 11 all season last year. And that's not that many. But 8 of them were to righties. Machado has gotten him once, which is good. Logan Webb's given up 1 home run this season. It was to Jose Altuve, who's not exactly the same profile as Machado, but he is right-handed. But if you look at what Machado's done, like recently, it's bananas. He doesn't have any home runs to show for it. So I'm just going to go through real quick. 365-foot flyout on a changeup. I think that was his last at-bat. 324-foot flyout. 388-foot double. That ball left the bat at 109 miles per hour. A 407-foot flyout. 106 off the bat. Flew out. 4-5. That's crazy to me. 344-foot flyout. This is now a few days ago. But all these are in the last couple of days. There was one more. A 386-foot flyout. 104 miles per hour off the bat. 368-foot double. 363-foot lineout. It's ridiculous. The wind's blowing out tonight in San Diego. That might help, might not. I don't know. I just know that he is hitting the ball way too hard, especially for what he sees from Webb. If he sees a changeup, that could end up on the other side of the fence. But my point is, he's hitting it way too hard to be plus 800. Sure. Because let's say Logan Webb leaves the game. Let's say, he only lasts, 5 innings or so. Machado gets 2 at-bats against a reliever. I'm fine with that. The Giants bullpen, not great. 8% barrel rate over the last 2 weeks. It's good enough for me. But plus 800 for Manny Machado, I'm not standing for it. He's in the circle of trust. I'm betting him every time.
That makes total sense. And if you don't believe in pitchers, plus 800, you just basically bet plus 800 for Manny Machado. If you don't believe in pitchers,
I don't believe in pitchers. None anymore. Well, I kind of do now after Riley Green last night, but I'm only halfway back. I'm not all the way back.
Sure. This one is definitely a believe in pitchers play. Jackson Cheerio. I feel like it's been a little bit since we've had a Jackson in here. Merrill got hurt. Holiday hasn't done anything, but Cheerio, he had a couple weeks where he didn't really do much at the plate. I think he's back. Plus 550, also at Bet365. Last 3 games, combined 8 hard hits. 7 of them were either a line drive or a fly ball. So he's hitting the ball hard. That's, again, in his last 3 games, he's 1 home run to show for it. So he was able to clear one over the fence. The biggest thing here is going up against Bryce Wilson. Bryce Wilson might as well be pitching a beach ball out there with the way the guys are seeing it. Against righties, home run per 9 at 3.33. That's disgusting. Barrel rate, 14%. That's disgusting. Hard hit rate, 53%. That's disgusting. 54% line drive plus fly ball rate is the only number that isn't disgusting, but it still isn't good. So Jackson Cheerio, after a little bit of a colder streak that happens in baseball, we can forgive guys for that because I think he's back. 2 hard hits in his last 3 games. So give me Jackson Cheerio to hit a home run.
I like it. I'm going to go with another fan favorite of the show, at least. Let's go Corbin Carroll. It's plus 630. I know what the haters are going to say. I know it immediately what they're going to say. They're going to say, but Slop, it's a lefty-lefty matchup. Honestly, I don't think it really matters. Just last time out, 427, he went up against the lefty Aaron Bummer. 99.8 miles off the bat, 304-foot triple. Right before that same day, the day before, another lefty, 105 mile per hour. It was a ground out. He didn't get up the ground. But the fact is, he hits the ball hard. Chris Sale, he's pretty good, right? You heard of him, Matt? Yeah. 301-foot triple, 110 miles an hour off the bat. So I don't know. I just can't. I can't get behind the let's put a guy that should be plus 320. If it was a right-handed guy, let's make him 630 against a lefty. On the 23rd, he hit a ball that hasn't landed yet off Mason Montgomery. 430 feet. Mason Montgomery is a lefty, went 108 miles an hour off the bat. So let's not act like Corbin Carroll can't hit a lefty over the fence. And even if he doesn't, he's going to see – who are they playing? The Mets? The Mets bullpen, 7% barrel rate over the last 2 weeks. So that's not horrible, but that's not stay away from him.
Yeah.
I'll take plus 630, guys. Come on. It's too easy.
I looked a lot at Corbin Carroll because if you're coming up with the list of the best batters and the hottest batters in baseball over the last week, Carroll's on that list 100%. Mm-hmm. So I totally get that. My last one, you probably know who this guy is, but majority of people probably don't. Give me Agustin Ramirez.
It's my fantasy team.
There you go. Yeah.
Picked him up right before he got pulled up. That was my best move I've ever made in my life in fantasy baseball. So
Smart.
Nice work, Ramirez. Thank you for making me look good. Because I was going to look like a moron if not.
Well, the guy, I mean, he's a catcher who rates. He's like the easiest guy to root for in baseball. They called him up, immediately put him at the cleanup spot. He's like between 6, 3, 4 in the lineup, but he's been batting cleanup the last couple games. He's played 6 games since being called up. So we got called up on April 21st. In those 6 games, 19% barrel rate, 52.5% hard hit rate. Just annihilating the baseball. The most important thing is he's putting the ball in the air. I mean, nobody's putting the ball in the air like this guy. 67% combined fly ball plus line drive rate. 50% fly ball, 17% line drives is how you get to that math. You look at his EV logs over the last six games. Only one of them, he didn't have multiple hard hits. It was his first game. That's not his fault. Since then, 2 in every single game. He had 2 hard hit flyouts. Last night, he had 2 hard hit flyouts on two games ago. I forgot to write the games down, but the guy's hitting the crap out of the baseball. This is another kind of nebulous. We don't really know who's pitching. So if you don't believe in pitchers, then you could just stop listening. But there's like a AAA guy currently listed as a starter for the Dodgers. Probably going to be more of an opener. Who really knows what's going on here? All I know is that this guy is just hitting the piss out of the baseball. And like, we're getting plus 550 for these guys that are raking. So like kind of not quite to the same level as you, but I'm like, these prices just don't seem right to me.
It's a price game, right? I mean, at the end of the day, whenever you start looking at plus 300 or higher, it's a price game. You know what I mean? That's all it becomes at that point, because you're not going to hit with any sort of accuracy at all. It's going to be, hey, what guy can I get at what price? What price am I comfortable with? Sure. I'm very comfortable plus 500 and some fun Ramirez.
Yeah, and real quick, he's actually plus 590 at Fliff. For those of you guys that use Fliff, he's 590.
Ooh, the Fliffers.
Yeah, 550 at DraftKings.
All right, so the Thrilly for today, I finally get to give out the full Thrilly. I can't believe you didn't take this guy, but I saved him for last whenever you said that you only had one guy that you didn't take yesterday. Smart of me. That's just game theory right there, Matt. Guy named James Wood.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's got Zach Wheeler. I get it, but the wind, I believe, is blowing out at like 75 miles per hour in Philly.
Yeah, it's a big weather game.
That one, I mean, I don't know that it totally helps him, because if you watch his home runs, they are no doubters.
He doesn't need help from the weather.
Yeah, they tend to go at a straight line over the fence.
Yeah.
There's no like getting blown out or anything, but whatever. I kind of like it. Not really a lot I can say other. He's hitting the ball pretty hard. It's not as hard as he was, so there is that. But I mean, he just hit a ball 114 miles per hour 4 days ago. That's absurd. Like, I don't even think you could hit a ball that hard. Zeus doesn't have his home run up here from yesterday, but I'm assuming that he hit the crap out of the ball because it went over the fence.
Because it was a home run, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the exit velocity or anything like that on that. Did you?
I looked at Wood. It was one of those things where like I probably could have had like a seven guys today. That was 110 miles per hour off the bat, traveled 438 feet.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing I don't love is that, I see it right now, 438 feet, 110 miles per hour. So we might be back on we're going to see bright red out of Wood again for a little bit. But, I mean, Wheeler gets hit. I mean, he's giving up home runs. Wood has hit a home run off him in I think,
last year, yeah. Yeah.
The only thing you could say, if you were a hater, which I'm not, so I wouldn't say it, but Wheeler does tend to shade righty for his home runs. But I mean, going through maybe Dylan Cruz or something like that, if you had to go with a Washington Nationals player. But I couldn't imagine not having Wood at plus 470. I did all my 3 guys in a 3-leg parlay it was $50 is the max you can do on the Dinger Tuesday promotion, 50%. It's $50 to get $28,000.
It's pretty good.
For Corbin Carroll, Manny Machado, and James Wood to hit a home run. Like, these aren't just random bums. You know what I'm saying? These guys are all like smashing baseballs, like right now, like all of them, all 3. I don't know. I feel like I will spend $50 to get $28,000 on those 3 pretty much any day of the week. So I don't know.
I get it. Yeah, the thing with Wheeler is last year he was heavily lefty home run. Like 15 of his 20 home runs given up were to lefties. This year it's kind of flipped. So
it's 4-2 though, I think, is what I saw. So it's not really, do you know what I mean? Like it's early season, weird
small
numbers.
Sample size. Yeah,
that's where and exactly. I saw the same thing. So I was like, he's not totally
right.
I don't even know how you flip over the season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do you how would you, like, what would you do differently? Like, how
change your delivery or your pitch mix to, who knows?
But like that, maybe a young guy that would happen to, but he's been in the league for a while. Like, I don't know how that would just happen to him. So I don't know. I think we get back to the lefty smashing this dude. But so that's 6 guys. And again, all it takes is one day. That's it. And we have like 200 plus of an MLB season. So never forget that when you're betting dingers. I know a lot of guys want to quit. You can't. You literally can't. Just scale back your units if you haven't already. Like if you notice, me and Modi were a quarter unit to begin with. There was never a time where we're dropping full units. So quarter unit every time, you're gonna be able to be in the game longer like that because, like I said, it's a long game. Anything to add?
No, you preaching to the choir. I mean, I would say as long as you're consistent with your unit sizing. Like, don't up it. Don't. I never personally like the logic of lowering your unit size after you're in a cold streak.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That just makes it twice as hard to get out of the loss. You know what I mean?
Gonna get back. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If you truly believe you're going to get back, then you wouldn't lower the. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that means you don't believe you're going to get back. So why you're throwing bad money at good money at that point?
Exactly. So just stick with what you're doing. It's all part of the plan. This is Dinger Life. We've been preaching it all year. I mean, we just hit 3 on Wednesday, and guess what? We haven't hit one since. That's the life. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes.
You can hit 6 today.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, that's the part that I cannot stress enough is you literally could hit 6 today. There is no rhyme or reason for this stuff. So, anyways, enough. I don't even know what we're doing right there. I'm not really an advice guy. You know what I'm saying? But if you like what you saw out of Modi, go over to @JediModi on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. The Dong Report comes out daily. Also, he's on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, @JediModi as well. I'm Slop Rules. This is my channel. Subscribe, like, do whatever you got to do. We'll be back at 3 p.m. today to go over some stuff at Profit X. Had a great day there yesterday. And then at 4 p.m., me and Eitan are going to find some more dinger bets using the tools at Odd Shopper. So that's going to be awesome. Again, we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.